Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. I'm really excited to share this one with you guys because, as you can see from the title, this is a retirement community. I know I'm not alone in thinking that our elders in the game are a little bit neglected. We don't have as much stuff for them, not as many activities. I would love an elder stuff pack or something that just gives us more for our elders to do in the game. So I kind of wanted to take that idea and make a really pretty retirement community. I know that one of my aunts and my great grandmother had lived in a place like this for a while, and they were absolutely gorgeous places and had a lot of fun activities for them to do. So I kind of wanted to do that and kind of think about all the fun things that you might get to enjoy when you're older. And I also just feel like these communities remind me a lot of college campuses, so it kind of has that same kind of feel to it. Anyway, this ends up being a pretty expensive build. I don't actually remember how much it ends up being, but it does have 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a cafeteria, a kitchen, a poker room, a hair salon, a sort of theater / presentation room, a main reception area, a couple of offices, and of course a pool outside as well. And I might have forgotten something in there. I feel like there's more than I said, but there's a lot of things to do in this build, and I had a lot of fun with this, and it took me a really long time. I think I built this over the course of the last couple of weeks. I kept taking breaks from it, but I think the footage overall was around 5 hours. So sped up, this footage was 47 minutes. I have cut down quite a bit of that, and I'm actually probably going to at some point edit this down a little bit more before I post it. So I'm not entirely sure how long this voiceover is going to be, but it's probably going to be a bit of a long one. So hope you guys are ready to just hang out and listen to this and watch this build come together, because it was definitely a long one, and it's been a while since I did something this big, so it was kind of fun. And well, I mean, it was definitely fun, but it was nice and refreshing to do something a little bit bigger, but it's also a lot more work and takes a lot more time. And I think we all know that I do have a passion for tiny homes. That is probably my favorite thing to build, but it is nice to do something bigger every once in a while, especially when you're really inspired to do it. I just need things for my elders. I just want them to do more than just age up into elders, retire, and do nothing. I just wait for the Grim Reaper to show up, which is sad, but that's kind of the reality of what it is in The Sims 4 right now. And I feel like there's so many more things that we could add for elders, and I'm hoping they get to do that at some point. Honestly, in The Sims 3, one of my favorite expansion packs was Generations. And to an extent, we have a similar thing in The Sims 4, which is The Sims 4 Parenthood, because it added the parenting skill and a whole lot more things for your teenagers to do, and stuff well, not a ton more, but they have mood swings, and there's the whole parenting skill, and it was a really cool pack. I love that pack. It's one of my favorite game packs, probably my favorite game pack in The Sims 4 right now. However, I still feel like we're missing a lot of generational gameplay that we got with Generations in The Sims 3, because you got all of the extra things for all of the generations. Yes, the teenagers could throw fun parties when their parents went out of town. They could do pranks. Your kids had more dress up options. Your toddlers could be in little strollers and stuff. Your elders had canes and could do fun twirls with them and show off pictures of their grandkids and all that kind of stuff, which those are really simple things that I would love to have in the game. I would also just love some more activities for elders. And of course, they could be things that maybe are stereotypical that older people might like, but anyone can do. Can we just add a hobbies stuff pack, game pack? Can we have knitting, sewing, I guess maybe some gambling of some sort, bingo? Oh my god, bingo would be so much fun. Oh, I feel like all of my Sims would do that. That sounds like so much fun. But I feel like there's so much more we could add. We can add all kinds of fun new hobbies that can be for any age range, but I feel like that would just give our elders more things to do. Or maybe we could have retirement communities or more clubs that elders could sign up for. I know personally, my grandmother signs up for all kinds of classes at a local community college, where they target these classes at people who are in The Sims would be considered an elder. And I think that's really cool because it keeps everybody's minds going, and it's fun things to do, get you out of the house, meet new people, learn new skills. And I think that's something we're really missing in The Sims 4. and I would love to have that. I know I'm just like ranting and raving about all of the different things that I would like to see in the game, but I do really think that our elders are lacking, and so are babies. The first and the last life stage in this game needs some work. Not gonna lie, I feel like, I just want babies to not be in cribs anymore, and we have to change their outfits and like have like changing tables. There's so many different things. But I do feel like elders and babies are just, they're not quite there yet. Let me know if you guys agree, or if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see if they do expand on either elders or babies, because I know I personally would absolutely love it if they expanded on those two age ranges at some point in a game pack, a stuff pack, an expansion pack. Like, if they can do it right, I'm fine with any of those. I don't think it would be a stuff pack. I mean, if they want to add us more, give us more decorations in a stuff pack based around one of those ideas, or maybe they expand. Maybe they can expand babies or elders or both in an update, and then we get a stuff pack of like cool stuff to go with it. Like baby room accessories. Ooh, I like that idea. Elder, like older style stuff. Like maybe the functioning item could be one of those hobbies I was talking about, but I really want a hobbies game pack. Let me know what packs you guys would like to see in the game. This video just turned into me speculating and talking about what I want to see in The Sims 4, which is kind of fun. And maybe at some point in time I would be interested, if you guys are interested, in making a video of just like what I would like to see in The Sims 4. Let me know if you're interested in that, and maybe sometime a couple weeks from now, once I'm back from LA, I could sit down and just kind of go off about what I would like to see in the game, because there is a lot. Probably a mixture of stuff that's been in previous games and stuff that we haven't gotten yet. But anyway, we are inside now, and we are doing the floor plan. Let's actually pay attention to the build for once, Tanya. And so we started upstairs trying to figure out where some bedrooms could be. Like I said, this ends up having 8 bedrooms, which I was really happy with, because that's what I wanted. I wanted you to be able to have a full amount of Sims in this household. Also, that room with all the windows on it, I have no idea what my thought process was with that, but it did delete the windows afterwards, and that ended up being one of the 8 bedrooms. But I left it in, so you wouldn't be like, where did that room come from? But over here is where we're going to have the cafeteria area. I do expand it a little bit, and then there ends up being a kitchen next to it, which I thought made sense to have the kitchen close in proximity to the cafeteria. And then I believe right next to the kitchen is where we put the poker room, which is just a room with a bunch of poker tables. But I thought that would be a good like game room that could sit in as where they might play bingo or any card game, really. I feel like that would just be so fun. I feel like I haven't done stuff like that in forever. And I know like the casinos have bingo, but I've never done that. I should change that. I haven't played bingo since I was a kid in school. And just talking about bingo just makes me want to play it. When's the last time you guys played bingo? Let me know down below. I'm just curious if that's something people do often, or do your grandparents play, or have you played since school? Have you ever played bingo? Do you know what bingo is? I'm just really curious if that's like a universal thing that everyone played in school at some point, or if we all have that notion that like grandparents play bingo, which I don't think my grandmother ever has. She's very into video poker. That's her thing. She also doesn't knit. I guess I don't have the most stereotypical grandmother anyway. I kind of have like a kooky grandmother who is fantastic. I love her to bits. But I feel like a lot of the stereotypical grandma things she doesn't do. Like, she does not bake cookies. Like, you're not going to catch her doing that ever. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that there was like a functional medical area in this space. So like there's a nurse on staff to check with any little concerns. Obviously, if there's an emergency, you're going to have your sim go off to the doctor, which that doesn't really happen in the game anyway, but in real life, of course, if you were in a place like this and there was an emergency, you're going to go to the hospital. You're not going to come here. But like if you have a minor thing or you just want checkups, they have an in building. What's the word I'm looking for? But they have a doctor on staff here or a nurse, and you can make appointments here. And I thought that was kind of a nice thing to add. So I use a lot of the items from Get to Work. I do not believe that will be functional though, because I think those items are only functional if you place them on a hospital lot. But I still thought it was kind of cool for storytelling to have that area in this build. Anyway, we are into the living room area now. I wanted to have kind of a communal living space if you wanted to hang out, or if, I don't know, just I feel like these places always have lots of seating areas, so I added a few, and I had one like large formal space, which I thought would be nice for everyone to hang out, watch some TV, chat, whatever you'd like. Or if you have guests over and you want to hang out there instead of in your room, because all of the rooms here are just bedroom bathroom combos. None of them have full living rooms. Of course, that's something that some places have in real life for sure, but I was kind of imagining this was one of the communities that just has the bedrooms and bathrooms. So I did want a lot of living spaces throughout. And then upstairs, we just kind of figured out where the other bedrooms are going to be, and then I put a dance floor in one of those rooms because I wanted that to be kind of a ballroom area. Not really a ballroom, but like they have dances and they just have a lot of fun in there, and I thought that would be nice. It's got like a bar and a dance floor, and we'll get to that later. You'll see I'm placing random items around just to kind of remind myself of what different areas are going to be as I'm doing the floor plan. And I wanted to figure out some seating and waiting areas out here. So that office at the end is kind of like the owner of the property, or like the person in charge. So I wanted them to have a really nice office, and there's the waiting area out there as well as right here for the medical area as well. I feel like this area with the waiting rooms and like just the hallway spaces throughout this build in general were really difficult to figure out what to put in them, because you could only have so many seating areas and so many of the same items. But I think I figured it out in the end. There's some magazines over here that you can go ahead and read while you're waiting for your appointment. And I also had some of those framed magazines, probably like #1 Doctor of the Year in 2017 or what. I feel like I see those in every doctor's office and dental office. So I thought that would be kind of realistic to add in the waiting space. And then upstairs, when you go up there, there is like this landing area, which has a bunch of just hangout places, and I believe they add a foosball table and just a couple of cozy places to sit down and read a book. And I just think it's nice. I think there's also a fireplace up here. Like I said, I wanted to have lots of like communal living spaces where you can go hang out when you're not in your room, because you're probably mostly going to be in your room to sleep, or like woohoo, maybe you get to know some of the residents here, or maybe you're staying here with your spouse or significant other of some sort. I'm not entirely sure. That's up to you guys if you decide to play with this build. But here's that foosball table that I had mentioned, as well as a bunch of different sitting areas that I also place up here, like I mentioned before. Anyway, I do add a whole bunch of paintings up here. Some of them are ones that I don't use that often, and other ones are definitely ones that I use too much. However, it was kind of nice to switch it up with a couple of them. The ones that I use that I feel like I don't too often are that couple that I had placed, that large one on the wall next to the French doors in the front. I feel like it's just like a little bit of an older style painting, but it does remind me of stuff that I've seen people have before that are a little bit older. It's personally not my style. I have a very particular style. I feel like when it comes to decorations, I like more modern stuff. However, I don't really know what my particular style would be. I mean, I love industrial, but I don't know how that correlates into artwork, I suppose. But I did use, like I said, some new, or not new, but like new to me items in this build that I don't use. I have never used, or I've only used once or twice. But we are back downstairs now in the kitchen area. I did use 3 of these kind of stove pieces that came with Dine Out. So this could be used as a restaurant if you would like it to be. I also made sure to add everything for a regular functioning kitchen. So we do have a sink, a stove, and a fridge as well. So if you just wanted to come in here and cook something normal, you have everything you need. And yeah, it's pretty simple in here. I did add a couple of decorations so it wouldn't be too bland, but I didn't want it to be too cluttered because it's not really somebody's personal kitchen. It's a cafeteria kitchen for a retirement community. So I wanted it to be pretty organized and to the point. And I love using these stainless steel countertops. I believe these are unlocked through the cooking career in the game, if I'm remembering correctly. Actually, the cooking career is the very first one that I played through in the game, because my very first sim I ever made, her name was Darcy Griffin. It's actually from my very first Sims 4 Let's Play, which I started the day the Sims 4 came out, and I had her be a chef, and that was a really fun Let's Play. I feel like looking back on it, it'll probably be really bad and cringy because it was 5 years ago, but I played the cooking career, and it was fun, and her life was interesting, at least in the beginning, because things really did not go as planned for Darcy at all. But she made the best of it. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about because I know there's not too many people around still on this channel from back when that Let's Play happened. But let me know if you know who I'm talking about, if you guys are aware of Darcy Griffin or not. That was really fun. Anyway, the cafeteria is coming along now. It's pretty much just blue and white. Lots of tables, a chalkboard that lists like what food is going to be served that day, as well as a little bar over here. Or I'm calling it a bar. It's not a bar, but like it has like coffee cups and tea bags and stuff. It's like a continental breakfast type bar. It's just got all the little things that you can serve yourself. I kind of like that. And then we are in the entryway here. I just have some couches and a table, and then we're back into that grand living room that I had mentioned earlier. I'm just adding some more decorations and that TV. I believe I left that TV there. I feel like for a while I wasn't sure if I wanted the TV there, but I was like, we should probably have a TV for this communal living space, and then some decorations and bookshelves and stuff around here as well. I just wanted it to be cozy and have a bunch of different skill building and activity items for your Sims to go ahead and enjoy in this space. Do we add another Don't Wake the Llama? No, we added a chess table over here. I used the, is it Don't Knock the Llama or Don't Wake the Llama? I'm not sure, because Don't Knock makes sense, because you're like, okay, that's like Jenga, but like Don't Wake the Llama. Has anyone ever played that? It's like a kid's board game. It's like, I think it's called like Don't Wake Daddy or something. I'm going to look it up. You're going to hear me typing. Board game Don't Wake. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Don't Wake Daddy. I had this game. It was so weird. I don't remember exactly how it goes. I think like you hit the alarm clock and like you're not sure if it's gonna go off or not. Let me click on some images. But it's just like dad is in bed and he can like abruptly wake up, and it always scared me. It's like a jump scare. Yeah, interesting game. Don't Wake Daddy, preschool game for kids ages 3 and up. I was probably like 8 when I was playing this, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys have played Don't Wake Daddy, or if you even have heard of that game, or if you're looking it up now. But anyway, this is the poker room I had mentioned, or like the gaming room that you could play whatever games you wanted, but in the game that would be cards, which I don't actually use these items very much in game, and I feel like I should because it sounds really fun. And I feel like if I do like a house for an older couple or any couple, maybe in the garage I should add like a poker table. Oh, that's so cool. I like that idea. Yeah, my grandpa used to be really into poker and would do poker nights every, I think, Friday night. I like that idea. Maybe we could have a house that has a poker night hosted there. Anyway, this is the hair salon area, which I thought was a really fun thing to do. I used these tables, or not tables, these like chair setup things that we got with Get Famous that are for the acting career, for prepping for your gigs. I think it's also for the stylist career, but I thought they worked really well. They're basically exactly what you would need for a hair salon, which is exciting. And then I just used countertops to be the little sections that each hairdresser would be working at to kind of do your hair. Maybe it would have been a good idea to add sinks in those. I'm not sure, but I did add a bunch of clutter up here, and I believe I come back later and add like nail polish and stuff too, so it's like a full-on salon. You get your hair done, you get your nails done, and I just thought that was kind of nice. And then this is the section over here, I imagine, where they go ahead and wash your hair if you're getting it washed before you get it cut. I do change out those chairs afterwards though for the massage chairs, because they looked like they were leaning back a little bit more. Those are from Spa Day, which I think is more convincing and realistic, but also that means your Sims can get some nice like hand and foot rubs in here, so it's a full-on spa, and I thought that was kind of nice. And I just think it's cool for some of the Sims here, because maybe you're playing with a storyline that they don't drive anymore, or they have difficulty walking, or whatever have you, like, and they have this local salon, so they don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to have somebody come pick them up or be shuttled somewhere. They can just go downstairs and they can get treated to luxury, or not luxury, but like they can get pampered. And I think that's nice. And I thought it was pretty realistic as well. Like I said, I am basing a lot of the ideas for this off of the place that my great grandmother had stayed, and one of my aunts is currently staying, and it's just so nice. And I thought it would be a fun thing to add in the game. And I'm not gonna go back to ranting about what I think elders need in the game, but I I could probably make a whole video just about that topic. But here are those massage chairs that came with spa day that I had mentioned. I thought those worked pretty nicely. It looked a little bit more realistic for leaning back to get your hair washed. And of course, now you can get your massages there. But anyway, this is the main office area where when you first get here, you would go to reception to either check in, ask for somebody, like if you're going to go pick up your relative here, or you're checking out so they can keep track of where everybody is, or if you just need records or whatever, this is the place to go, or your mail, because there's a little room off to the side that I end up putting lots of filing on the walls, and I imagine those are actually mailboxes for the different residents here, and there's way more than 8 in there, so it's probably for all kinds of different things, and not entirely mail, but that's what I imagine the mail room would be. And so I thought that was pretty realistic, and we're just adding a sofa over here as well. So there's waiting in here or waiting out by the steps, but there's lots of places to go ahead and wait. Lots of waiting here if you have to talk to somebody or you're waiting for your relative or whatever. But this is the mailroom I had mentioned. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. It can be a mailroom / probably record keeping for various residents here, their medical needs, their family members, all of that kind of stuff. I thought that would be a good space to do that. And then I just added this little statue up here for some reason. I thought it was cute, so. And I don't add statues that often. And actually, somebody commented on a video the other day, and I was hardcore belly laughing because somebody said, "Why do you hate statues?" And I just thought that was the funniest comment ever. I don't know why, but it made me laugh so hard. So thank you to whoever commented that. You really made my day that day. I just don't use them that often in game for some reason, because I guess in real life I feel like everywhere I go there's not just random statues about, but I guess some places there are, and maybe I should use them more often because I don't hate statues, but I think that's a funny theory. Anyway, this is like the head honcho's office, the person who owns this place or runs the whole show, so I wanted it to be nice, so I kind of made this fancy L-shaped desk, which I thought looked really pretty. They have this gorgeous chair that looks so comfy and fancy and like you're important, and so I really liked that. And then I'm just adding a bunch of awards and stuff on the wall, like this is my degree in this is my award for having the best retirement facility, this is my award for this, I am so important. And no, not everyone is like that. I just kind of imagine that the sim that runs this place is like overly proud of the things they have accomplished and like talks about it a little bit too much sometimes. That's just the personality I had in mind for this particular sim. But of course you can tell whatever stories you want if you play in this build. And I'd also like to know if you guys would play in this as a residential lot, or if maybe you'd run it as a restaurant so like the cafeteria is functioning. I don't know, there's so many different ways you could play as this lot. I just thought it would be fun for storytelling. So I hope you guys do like it. I'd also like to apologize if this voiceover is absolutely all over the place. This is a much longer voiceover than I typically do, so I'm just like talking about all of the things, and it's also like just a big build, so there's a lot of things to talk about, all the different rooms, and this is kind of a presentation area. I feel like maybe they could watch movies in here sometimes, maybe they have presentations and learning abilities in here, like maybe they do classes on certain things, and I just thought this would be a nice space to do all of that. Maybe they have people come in and present about different topics. I thought this would just be a really nice room for a lot of learning opportunities as well as entertainment possibilities. I don't know how functional it is in game. I mean, I guess you can watch movies on that screen and sit in those chairs, and there's those buffet tables over there as well as this flower arranging table. I wanted to add some like activity abilities in here, so I did add that, and I thought it would just be kind of a fun, crafty activity room, essentially. So I hope you guys do like that, because I don't know, I feel like this room would be so much fun. I feel like it's really realistic, and like I said, I feel like I keep saying I feel like. It reminds me, like this home reminds me of how I kind of perceive college campuses with all the different activities and the kind of dorm rooms and stuff. So I thought this room was really, really fun to go ahead and include. And we have like the giant corkboard off to the side, which is from the detective career and Get to Work. But I thought that could be something that, you know, things are tacked up on. Maybe they do art projects and then they hang everybody's up or stuff like that. I just thought it would be really fun. And so that's why I did that. But we are upstairs now into this, I guess, like dance / bar room that I had mentioned that I thought would be nice if they have like music nights, and there's a karaoke machine. Of course, you could add other things in here, like a microphone and a guitar, and like have performances in here, but I thought the karaoke machine kind of filled that void perfectly, and I love karaoke in the game. I think it is so cute and so fun, and definitely something I can live out in The Sims that I don't want to do in real life, because I am way too nervous to do that, which is really funny because as a kid, I thought I was the best singer in the entire world, and like I did solos, and it was in choir. I don't know which one to call it, but I did choir in school, and I thought I was the best, and I cannot sing, so that is fun. But anyway, we are just adding some like wine bottles and stuff over here, or juice bottles as they say in The Sims, and of course this beautiful wine or juice glass on the wall in that picture, and a couple of pictures on the wall as well. But now we are getting into the 8 bedrooms and bathrooms that are for the Sims. This first one I kind of modeled after a Sim I imagine who is very into plants, and a couple of them have personality, some don't, and some of them are like really wonky personalities, so I hope you guys like that. I did have a bit of fun decorating these rooms, but the bathrooms are not that exciting, and I don't even think I kept the footage in for them because this was a long build like I had mentioned, so no bathrooms in here, I don't think. I mean, I might have left 1 or 2 in. I guess we'll find out. But I'm pretty sure I cut most of them, if not all of them. But we added a couple of planters in here, as well as lots of plants, and this little like record player. And then in this bedroom, this one's a pretty generic bedroom. I wanted it to be like one that's already set up. You can move right in, because I know going back to the place that my great-grandmother had stayed, you could either get a room that has nothing in it and move in all of your own furniture, or you could get one that was pre-furnished and you could just move right in. So I kind of wanted to include that in here, and I kind of imagined this room was one of those rooms that was pre-furnished, and I quite like it. I love this furniture. I believe this is from Cats and Dogs. I love the furniture from that expansion pack so much. It's so gorgeous, so I was excited to use that, but it just has a dresser, a bed, a bookshelf, and a TV. This room is super colorful. This is like an artsy Sim room. There's 2 bedrooms that have single beds. The rest have double beds. You can have single or double people wherever you want to have them. But I just thought it would be nice to have a little bit of variety, and then also it fit better to have a couple of single bedrooms as well. So this is the artsy one. I love this quilted bedspread from, I believe that's also Cats and Dogs, right? I thought it was so cute. I don't think I've ever used that swatch before. I think it's because of the color of the wood on the frame of the bed. It's kind of an orangey color, which is a little bit harder to use in my opinion, because I don't use orangey woods that often. But just adding a shelf over there with some clutter. We have that little hand model, which would be nice to model some drawings and like studies of the human body essentially. And I also have all those drawings taped up on the wall as well. I thought that was a fun room. Sorry for that like spinny camera just there. But we're going on into the next bedroom. This one, I believe I had a person in mind who just likes to read. I'm not sure. It's kind of a generic room, but it's a lot more colorful than the other one that's generic. We're going to get to the fun ones soon, though. There's one in particular that I had a little bit too much fun with, and you'll know immediately which one I'm talking about when we get to it. I think it's one of the last ones we do, though, because we do this one, and I think the one after this one is kind of, I imagined, a single old man lives in, and he just got, like, I think he has a dartboard in his room, and it's got like brown plaid and stuff. Oh, I don't think that's the next one, but I like that one. We do have a overly pink one coming. Oh, this Sim likes reading and traveling. That's kind of what I was thinking with all those pictures above the bed. And then I think this is the one that's just so much pink. This is the pink room. This Sim loves pink. I'm kind of imagining an older lady who always has her bright pink lipstick on, and her hair is perfectly permed every day, and she's got to wear her pretty dresses. And I have a very particular like person or Sim in my mind when I thought of this room. And I actually know I know a person that fits the description of this room, and she's not the nicest lady. I guess you could compare her to like Umbridge from Harry Potter. That's whose room this is. So this one was fun. Very, very pink, pretty clean, into makeup, into fashion. Has to be perfect and pristine every single day. Cannot be out and about if the lipstick is not perfect. So that's kind of what I thought for this room. So that was kind of a fun, different room to do. I didn't want them all to look stereotypical old person room. I wanted them to have personality because yes, the Sims living here might be elders now, but that doesn't mean that's all they are. They have definite personalities. This one though, like I had mentioned, I do imagine is just kind of thrown together. It's a single old man who is living here now. I don't know what happened to his family. I don't want to get into sad backstories or anything like that, but I add a dartboard in here, which I thought was fun, a little fish tank, so you could have a little fishy, and then one of these paintings from Strangerville, which I think is really nice. I believe, yeah, I added military-related ones or Air Force-related paintings. I kind of thought maybe he used to be in the Air Force. I thought it was kind of a fun idea. And then we add a TV up on his little table here so he can watch TV from bed. I just thought this was a cozy room and definitely reminds me of like my grandpa, just like old man room. That's kind of what I was going for. And then this is the one I had way too much fun with because the Sim that lives in here, wait for it, I search for things forever, is obsessed with Christmas. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. This person has everything out. Full Christmas tree decorator, wreaths everywhere, garland galore, reindeer, red and green. It's just all the time. Christmas is all the time. There's no such thing as too early or too late. Christmas is every day. So I don't even know why I decided to do this, but I thought it was really fun. So that's what this room theme is. I go a little bit overboard, and you'll see that. Yeah, there's a lot going on, especially that rug. That snowflake rug is a little bit much. I even put presents under the tree. What are the presents for? It's not Christmas right now. Who knows? This Sim, I kind of imagined it's a female, just like wraps things up and puts them under the tree. Maybe she's wrapping gifts for herself. That's kind of a fun idea. Buy yourself like little presents and wrap them up with like dates on them to buy them. Or not buy them, to like open them. Like, oh, I think you might need this little gift on July 27th for some reason. And here's one for September 14th. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a fun idea. And then this is the last bedroom, which I used a lot of the stuff from Jungle Adventure. I thought it was nice to just have something for a single Sim that's maybe not from this location, which this lot is located in Del Sol Valley, which is kind of an LA inspired world we got with Get Famous. So I'm imagining the Sim that has this room is not from the area and has a lot of stuff from back home. They're very proud of their heritage and where they grew up. And so I kind of thought that was a cool idea. Also, I have this bad habit of like talking with my hands and clapping while I do voiceover. So I apologize if you just heard that clap because I'm pretty sure it was very, very easy to hear. But that's okay. Moving on. We're just finishing up this room. It's very teal. Is that the color in here? Teal or turquoise? I quite like it though. It was definitely a nice change of pace to some of the other rooms, especially that bright pink one or the Christmas one. But I think the Christmas one is my favorite. But please let me know down below which room is your favorite and how you think the best use for this build would be, like as a restaurant, as a residential area, and if you like it, of course. But I think that Christmas room is my favorite. I just thought that was such a fun storyline. But we're just adding some loungers out here by the pool and some more tables out here. So if you don't want to eat inside with the cafeteria, you can go ahead and eat outside by the pool. But yeah, we're going to be coming to the end of the video here shortly. I'm just finally painting the outside because for some reason I did not paint it. I don't know why I didn't do that. But anyway, we're just figuring that out now. It ends up being white paneling as well as some bricks. And we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, everybody.